Hey guys, some crucial iPhone 8 information has been leaked, and I'm actually literally an hour away from my flight. I'm going to a friend's wedding. I'm going to be gone for a little while, but I still wanted to update you on this information. 3 pieces. So I'm going to try to be very quick about this. We know the storage, we know the price, and we know the actual release date, as well as some couple other little things. So let's get into it before I miss my flight. Now, in close communication with several telecom companies that will be selling the iPhone 8, Mac Forever is reporting that they actually know the date that the iPhone 8 will be announced on, and they're saying September 12th. Now this makes sense because it's a Tuesday. If you look at every other date that Apple has released an iPhone on, it has always been a Tuesday for the most part. Then they start pre-orders on Friday. In this case, it will be September 15th, with final release, they say, on September 22nd. It's really not out of the question that this could be it. So September 12th, mark that day down in your calendars. Literally almost here, guys, a couple weeks away. You will be holding this thing in your pocket. Wait, no, sorry. You will be seeing this thing on your screen officially announced, and then several weeks you'll be holding this thing inside of your pocket and checking out the beautiful OLED display. I really cannot wait. Now this could be it. If not, September 6th, they say, is the alternative date, even sooner, which is better for us. Now, a Chinese poster, Geek Bar, has actually released the storage sizes for the iPhone 8, and they're not matching up with what we've heard before. Previously, it was supposed to be 64 and 256 gigabytes. Now they're saying that there will be 3 storage tiers, starting at 64 gigabytes, which doubles the existing 32 gigabyte entry level. Not on the certain colors of the iPhone 7 Plus, the jet black starts at 128 gigabytes. But in any case, it jumps up to 256 gigabytes, which right now is the highest tier, and then doubles to 512. It's not out of the question because Apple does have this storage on the current iPad Pro 10.5 and 12.9 inches, which is cool. I mean, that's on an iPad. I guess you'd need that storage there. But on an iPhone, why would you need 512 gigabytes of local storage when everything seems to be moving to the cloud? And a possible explanation for that is 4K video. With the new Apple TV, Apple will be announcing at the events a 4K plus HDR. With this new display, you're going to be getting HDR possibly as well on it. Higher resolution video inside of the iTunes stores, the TV stores. So why not have a higher capacity for the people that need it? So especially with storage coming down in price, 512 gigabytes just isn't out of the question. And according to this report, it actually will be happening. Now, pricing. A writer from New York Times is claiming that he actually knows the pricing of the iPhone 8 for the entry-level model, as he's been talking to people that have been briefed on the product or the iPhone 8. Now, he's saying that the entry-level model, which in collaboration with the earlier rumor we just heard, at 64 gigabytes will start at $999. Now that will jump up to $1,200, he says. So that is the cap for the highest end model. So 512 gigabyte device, $1,200 for the top of the line, most premium stuff. With inflation and everything adjusted, isn't a terrible price. Not everybody's going to want to pay it, of course, but gladly some people will do that. And in a recent study, about 18% of people are actually willing to pay over $1,000 for a new iPhone. So there definitely is a market for it. I believe the features, the quality will speak for itself. So $999, the entry point. Nice, right under $1,000 by $1. A clever marketing technique. Now he's saying that Face ID, wireless charging, these new components are basically the reason that this thing is going up in price by $350 from the iPhone 7. I mean, we heard in the last video that Apple is 2 years ahead of anyone with this facial recognition technology. And oh boy, you are going to pay for it, that's for sure. But when you really think about it, it really doesn't matter that it's going up by a few $100s, because for most people they're paying monthly installments, and like $10 difference monthly payments doesn't really mean much when you're paying on a monthly basis to have the latest and greatest phone. So although it is going to be more expensive, I don't really think it matters in the long term, because people mostly pay for 2 years, span that payment over for 2 years, and it really just doesn't make a big dent in your wallet. Now, is it possible that the iPhone 8 will support input from the Apple Pencil? 2 new patents published by Apple, revealed by Patently Apple, have actually shown Apple is making direct reference from the Apple Pencil to the iPhone. They say a smartphone or a tablet display, and then directly reference the iPhone after that. So I think it's very possible that the iPhone 8 may get Apple Pencil support, if not immediately, in a future software update after their patents have cleared and all that. Who knows? Just a personal prediction on my end, but certainly iPhones in the future could support the Apple Pencil. All right, so next up, the actual LCD LCD leaked from the iPhone 8. This was from a tech website where one of the commenters actually posted an image of the new iPhone 8 LCD, and we can see it's completely different on the back. It's missing the home button. It's got a strange new chip in place of where the home button would be in the general area. The overall orientation is a little bit different, and the front is completely smooth. So any question, any doubt about having no home button is completely eliminated. There's also little cutouts, a little bit blurry. Of course, with a leak like this, they all have to be blurry. Seems to be the requirement. Overall, it's incredible that we can even get a view of it this early. And apparently this thing goes for about $5,000 on the black market. It's hard to get. It's kind of crazy that this thing leaked like this. Also, we get a look at the stacked logic board, the new one for the iPhone 8. So it's shaped in an L shape, generally what it was believed to be. And this is just one of the layers according to Vania Geskin. Everything is so much more compact. This is to make room for the larger battery inside with the L shape. It's really quite something different. I think Apple's going to be dedicating a very long time from the presentation to talk about the technology to make something like this happen. Very exciting to see this thing in the flesh, but the actual LCD and the stacked logic board, one of the pieces has leaked. And the actual silicon board for the iPhone 7s has leaked with some small minor differences from the standard iPhone 7. And we can see that the Apple A11 chip that leaked a little bit earlier would fit perfectly into this slot, meaning that that leak was legitimate. And there's also a couple other things we learned here. So the 7s, of course, will be getting the Apple A11 chip, which is really cool. That's going to be spread across all the devices, the 2017 lineup. And there are actually markings to the Intel modem here as well. So it's possible that this will get the 600 gigabit tethered modem from Intel, as Qualcomm's hasn't really caught up in terms of speed, and Apple wants to level out the performance across the field. So A11 Intel processor, the 7s logic board right here. And here's actually a picture of a presentation that Vania Geskin did share where Apple employees are being briefed on the products. These are apparently the guys that will be selling you the device wherever this is on launch day. And we can see that these aren't the official images from Apple. These are from Vania Geskin, as he says they're not allowed to share the official images yet in the case that something like this happens. But they do have some slides with some sort of wireless charging possible reference, a battery reference, maybe bigger battery or fast charging. Don't really know what to make of that, but there it is. And Tim Cook himself has been spotted with the iPhone 8. Take a look there, guys. Take a real close look. You can see the iPhone 8 fits perfectly into that crease on his pocket. Just kidding, guys. I thought that was really funny. Vania Geskin shared that. It really sums up our leak spirit, our culture of trying to make everything match up to what we want it to be. I mean, these leaks have been fun, guys. We've been talking about them for a while, and just to have the phone here already, it's so exciting. Literally just a couple weeks to go, guys. I've never been this excited for an iPhone release. Well, I'm lying. Every year I'm this excited, but this one is just going to be that much more special. So stay tuned, guys. I'm really excited. Let's see what Apple has in store for us. But it's good to know that the price won't be quite as severe, starting at $1,200 and then ballooning from there. And the 512 gigabyte storage option is cool. You know, I probably will get that. I don't know why. I've literally filled up like 80 gigs of 256 on my iPhone 7 Plus, but hey, it's just good to have. Anyways, thanks for watching. That's the latest. See you in the next one. Peace.